Life does not always move in straight lines. Some days feel gentle, like calm waves touching the shore. Other days strike like storms we never asked for, storms that shake our confidence, our patience, even our sense of who we are. No matter who we are, students, workers, parents, dreamers, we all face moments when motivation disappears, when our minds feel heavy, and when discipline becomes the hardest thing to hold on to. And on those difficult days, it often feels easier to escape than to endure. We may want to postpone our responsibilities, hide from our challenges, or surrender to our emotions. But this is exactly why ancient Stoic philosophy remains powerful even today. The Stoics believed that real strength is not measured by how we act on good days, but by how we stand firm on the hard ones. They taught that self-discipline is not a natural gift. It is a daily practice, a muscle that grows only when tested. Tamil culture has always celebrated courage, clarity, patience, and inner strength. When we bring Stoic principles into our Tamil mindset, we find a philosophy that blends perfectly with our values, working hard without complaining, staying steady in adversity, and choosing wisdom over emotional chaos. These teachings are not abstract, they are practical, grounded, and deeply human. In this script, we explore 6 powerful daily Stoic lessons designed specifically to strengthen self-discipline on the days when life feels heavy. Each lesson is broken down, expanded with detail, and written in a way that you can apply immediately. Whether you are struggling with procrastination, stress, emotional overload, or lack of motivation, these teachings will help you stand firm, regain focus, and move forward with dignity. Remember, Stoicism does not promise an easy life. It promises a stronger you. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Focus only on what you can control. The foundation of Stoic discipline is extremely simple. Separate what you can control from what you cannot. But mastering this principle requires lifelong practice. Most of our frustration comes from being emotionally attached to things outside our control. Other people's opinions, unexpected problems, slow progress, or even the timing of success. When we waste mental energy on these things, our discipline weakens. We feel powerless, confused, or irritated. In Tamil culture, there is a famous saying, "What's a whore?" Don't waste time thinking about what is not in your hands. The Stoics said the same. Some things are in our control, others not. You cannot control the weather, but you can control your attitude. You cannot control people's behavior, but you can control your response. You cannot control the speed of results, but you can control your daily effort. The moment you shift your focus from external chaos to internal responsibility, your self-discipline becomes sharper. Hard days stop feeling like punishments and start becoming training grounds. Make this a daily habit every morning. Identify one thing you can control and commit to it fully. This small practice will transform your mindset more than you expect. Lesson 2. Practice voluntary discomfort to strengthen your mind. Stoics believed, if you train yourself to face discomfort voluntarily, involuntary discomfort will never break you. Today, most people avoid any form of discomfort. We avoid cold weather, difficult tasks, emotional challenges, and anything that requires effort. But avoiding discomfort also avoids growth. Seneca practiced sleeping on the floor once a month. Marcus Aurelius woke up early every day, even when exhausted. Tamil warriors trained their bodies and minds through strict discipline. Why? Because they understood that controlled hardship builds real strength. You don't need extreme rituals. Small daily practices are enough. Wake up 30 minutes earlier than usual. Take a cold shower once a week. Work on a difficult task without touching your phone. Skip unnecessary comforts like junk food or excessive entertainment. The goal is not to torture yourself. The goal is to teach your mind that it does not need constant comfort to function. When life throws difficulty at you, your mind will say, "I've been here before. I can handle this." That is the essence of self-discipline. Lesson 3. Create stable routines to reduce mental noise. Hard days become even harder when you have no structure. The human brain, especially under stress, needs routines. Without them, everything feels overwhelming. Stoics emphasize that order creates peace. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of waking with purpose, organizing thoughts, and planning actions before the day begins. Tamil culture also teaches structured living, from temple routines to disciplined study habits. A routine is not about perfection, it is about clarity. When you create a predictable rhythm for your day, you reduce decision fatigue. You stop wasting time thinking, should I do this? Should I do that? Instead, your tasks become automatic. Discipline becomes easier, and your emotional energy is preserved. Build these 3 routines. Morning routine for direction. Start with something simple: silence, breathing, writing, prayer, or reading. Work routine for focus. Use blocks of uninterrupted work, followed by short breaks. Night routine for reflection. Review your day, acknowledge progress, and prepare for tomorrow. With routines, hard days will no longer control you. You will control them. Lesson 4. Clarify your why. Before you push yourself, discipline dies when purpose is unclear. Many people fail not because tasks are difficult, but because they forget the reason behind them. When you have a strong why, discipline becomes natural. When you don't, even small tasks feel impossible. The Stoics believed in aligning actions with values. Tamil literature, from the Sangam era to modern authors, teaches that a person with purpose cannot be defeated. Ask yourself, why do I want to improve? Why is this task important? Who am I becoming through this effort? What will happen if I give up now? Your why is the emotional engine behind your discipline. It transforms work into meaning. It turns struggle into progress. If you are working to support your family, remember that. If you are studying to change your future, remind yourself. If you are building your habits to become stronger, hold that thought tightly. Purpose is the fire that keeps you moving, especially on the days when motivation disappears. Lesson 5. Accept reality without complaining. Stoicism teaches, don't wish the world to be easier. Wish yourself to be stronger. Complaining is the enemy of self-discipline. It drains energy, creates negativity, and keeps you trapped in helplessness. Stoics practiced radical acceptance, not in a passive way, but in a courageous way. Acceptance does not mean liking the situation. It means facing it without denial. Tamil culture has always celebrated resilience. Our ancestors survived war, drought, loss, and hardship with dignity, not by complaining, but by adapting, working, and continuing with life. When you stop complaining, you free your mind to think clearly, what can I do right now? What is the next step? How can I move forward? Acceptance is not weakness. It is the mental discipline of a warrior. It allows you to face life exactly as it is, without emotional fog. Once you accept reality, you can change it effectively. Lesson 6. Practice evening reflection to strengthen daily discipline. Stoics believe that each day is a lesson, not just an experience. Before going to sleep, they reviewed their actions. Did I act with discipline today? Where did I lose control? Did I respond with wisdom or emotion? What can I improve tomorrow? This practice, although small, transforms your mindset. It helps you notice patterns in your behavior. It shows you your strengths and weaknesses. It sharpens your self-awareness, which is the foundation of self-discipline. Tamil culture also encourages reflection through prayer, journaling, silence, or simply thinking before sleep. Every night, ask yourself 3 questions. What did I do well today? Where did I struggle? What will I do differently tomorrow? This turns every day, good or bad, into progress. Conquer us on hard days test your strength, but they also build it. Stoic philosophy teaches that discipline is not something you wait for. It is something you create. It is a daily practice, formed through clarity, purpose, discomfort, routines, acceptance, and reflection. Combine these lessons with your Tamil spirit of resilience, and you will discover the version of yourself that does not crumble under pressure, that does not fear difficulty, and that does not break when life challenges you. Discipline is not a punishment. It is the path to freedom, stability, and inner power. As we move deeper into the philosophy that shapes our discipline, we begin to understand that the true battle is not between us and the world. It is between us and our own thoughts. We often assume that external difficulties are the reason we struggle, but most of the time, the real enemy lives quietly inside us: doubt, fear, hesitation, and endless mental noise. On hard days, your mind becomes louder. It can convince you that you are tired when you are simply unmotivated. It can convince you that you are weak when you are merely overwhelmed. It can make you believe that one small failure defines your entire journey. But when you study Stoicism deeply, you discover one powerful truth: you are not your thoughts. You are the one who chooses which thoughts to obey. This understanding alone can transform your inner world. It gives you the ability to pause, to observe, to choose. Instead of reacting automatically, you begin responding intentionally. And this shift from reaction to intention is where real self-discipline begins. Tamil philosophy also teaches this awareness. From ancient Siddhar writings to classical epics, there is a common message: the mind can either be your greatest servant or your most dangerous master. Once you witness this truth personally, everything changes. Every challenge you face becomes an invitation to strengthen your character. Every moment of resistance becomes a chance to practice patience. Every setback becomes an opportunity to reset, rather than an excuse to surrender. You start to realize that discipline is not about punishing yourself. It is about guiding yourself. It is about knowing that even when you fall, you can rise with more clarity. It is about saying, "I choose growth over comfort." And something beautiful happens when this mindset becomes part of your identity. You no longer fear difficult days. Instead, you begin to value them. Difficult days reveal your patterns. Difficult days expose your weaknesses so you can strengthen them. Difficult days build the psychological muscle that comfort cannot. In Tamil tradition, elders often said hard days are the days that shape a human being. The Stoics believed the same. To them, hardship was not a curse. It was training, preparation, refinement. Just as fire strengthens clay, life strengthens a person through challenge. And when you embrace this understanding, you stop resisting reality. Resistance drains energy. Acceptance empowers it. You begin to feel a shift inside. Instead of complaining, you adapt. Instead of panicking, you breathe. Instead of quitting, you reorganize your steps. You also start seeing the value of silence. Not the silence of boredom, but the silence of clarity. Modern life is loud. Notifications, opinions, comparisons, expectations. Silence is where your mind finally hears itself again. Silence is where discipline resets. Silence is where you remember who you are and what you want. When you sit quietly, even for a few moments, something happens. Your thoughts slow down, your emotions soften, your perspective expands. You stop feeling like you are drowning in your problems and start seeing them from above, like a mountain looking down at passing clouds. The Stoics used silence as medicine. Tamil saints used silence as spiritual strength, and you can use silence as mental armor for your hardest days. Another truth begins to surface: you don't need to feel motivated to do what matters. Motivation is temporary. Purpose is permanent. Discipline is built on purpose, not on feelings. There will be days when you feel nothing, no drive, no excitement, no inspiration. And that's okay. These days don't define your worth or your potential. They simply test your consistency. You don't have to move fast. You just have to move. Even the smallest step is still progress. One of the greatest misunderstandings in life is believing that successful people feel motivated every day. They don't. What makes them different is that they continue anyway. They show up despite doubt, despite exhaustion, despite the weight of their own thoughts. They understand that consistency is not about intensity, it is about persistence. Tamil wisdom says a drop of water falling again and again can shape stone. That is the nature of discipline. It is quiet, it is slow, it is honest, but it transforms you with time. And as you continue walking this path, you develop something even stronger than discipline: inner stability. This is the state in which your emotions no longer control your direction. You may feel frustrated, but you continue. You may feel anxious, but you breathe and stay present. You may feel fear, but you step forward anyway. This stability makes you unshakable. Not perfect, not emotionless, but steady. A steady mind is more powerful than a strong body, because the body follows the mind, because action follows thought, because discipline follows clarity, and eventually you reach a point where you no longer chase peace, you create it. You no longer chase motivation, you generate it through action. You no longer fear difficulty, you understand its purpose. This is where life begins to change silently. You stop rushing, you stop comparing, you stop doubting yourself. Instead, you begin to trust your own process. You understand that growth is not linear. Some days you rise, some days you rest, some days you stumble. But every day is still movement. Every day is part of the journey. And through this process, through these struggles, through these reflections, you realize something powerful. Discipline is not a destination. It is a lifelong relationship with yourself. You learn to guide your mind gently. You learn to speak to yourself with honesty, not cruelty. You learn to push yourself, but not destroy yourself. You learn to rest, but not quit. You learn to dream, but also to act. And most importantly, you learn that the hardest days often become the days you remember with gratitude. Not because they were easy, but because they made you wiser, calmer, stronger. This is the spirit of Stoicism. This is the spirit of Tamil resilience. And this is the spirit you carry with you now, one of strength, clarity, and quiet power. As we continue this long inner journey, something subtle yet extraordinary begins to unfold deep within you. You start realizing that the story of your life has never been about the moments when everything was easy. It has always been shaped in the background, quietly, silently, during the moments when you had every reason to give up, but somehow didn't. Your hardest days, the ones that felt overwhelming, the ones that made you question your strength, the ones that left you speechless and tired, those days were not interruptions in your growth. They were your growth. They were preparing you, sharpening you, shaping you into someone capable of carrying the weight of your own future. And when you look a little closer, you see that the life you dream of is not built by giant decisions. It is built by small choices made consistently. One steady breath, one honest step, one moment of courage, one refusal to quit. That is how you rise, slowly but surely, into a version of yourself you never thought possible. The Stoics understood this. Our ancestors in Tamil tradition understood this. And now you are beginning to understand it too. There is a strength inside you that you have not fully met yet. It reveals itself not in comfort, but in challenge, not in success, but in struggle. There is a version of you, calm, disciplined, courageous, unshakable, waiting to step forward. But it cannot appear until life tests you. Growth and comfort can never live in the same room. You may not realize it, but every time you chose discipline over distraction, every time you chose effort instead of excuses, every time you chose patience over panic, you were rewriting the story of who you are. And there comes a moment, a quiet, almost invisible moment, when you begin to trust yourself again. Not because life suddenly got easier, but because you finally learned to stand steady even when it's not. You begin to see that strength is not a loud roar. Sometimes it is simply the whisper inside you that says, I can do this. Maybe not perfectly, maybe not easily, but I can. This whisper is powerful. It is the seed of transformation. Because once you believe, even a little, that you can endure, you start to act differently. You hold your ground. You take responsibility. You show up for yourself. And slowly, the world around you begins to respond to your consistency. Confidence grows not from success, but from surviving difficulty. Wisdom grows not from comfort, but from navigating chaos. Peace grows not from avoiding life, but from meeting life with courage. Imagine a mountain standing against endless storms. The wind hits it, the rain cuts into it, the world around it constantly changes, yet it remains. Not untouched, but undefeated. That mountain is not strong because storms avoided it, but because storms shaped it. You are the same. Every challenge you've faced carved strength into your character. Every disappointment carved patience. Every setback carved resilience. Your scars are not signs of weakness, they are the marks of someone who kept going. Tamil culture often says, Hen, Han. No matter how many times you fall, stand again. The Stoics said, fall 7 times, rise 8. Human strength has always been found in rising. And now, as you walk your path, you start to recognize something else: you are not alone. Every person you admire, every success story you've heard, every individual who built a meaningful life, each one of them struggled, doubted, fell, failed, cried, hesitated, but they continued. And continuation is more powerful than perfection. Life does not demand that you be perfect. It demands that you be present. It demands that you be honest. It demands that you keep trying. Each day, even the heavy ones, carries its own quiet opportunity. Maybe the opportunity is small, maybe it is hidden, but it is always there, and when you learn to look for it, you begin to move through life with a sense of purpose that cannot be shaken by circumstances. You also begin to feel proud, not of what you've achieved, but of what you've survived. That pride is pure, that pride is earned, and that pride becomes fuel for the days ahead. At some point, you begin to ask deeper questions. Who do I want to be when life tests me? What kind of strength do I want to carry? What legacy do I want to leave behind through my behavior, not my words? These questions refine your character. They sharpen your intentions. They transform your discipline from something you do into something you are. Because true discipline is not forcing yourself through pain. True discipline is honoring the future version of yourself. And when you begin to act with this inner honor, everything changes. You walk differently, not with arrogance, but with calm. You speak differently, not to impress, but with purpose. You think differently, not in fear, but in clarity. And you live differently, not for approval, but for alignment. The world respects the person who respects themselves. Life begins to open for the person who shows up. Doors unlock for the person who keeps knocking. And as you continue this path, day by day, breath by breath, you realize one final, liberating truth: strength is not something you find. Strength is something you become. You become it in the small moments. You become it in your private battles. You become it through patience, effort, self-control, and belief. You become it when you decide that your future matters more than your excuses. And one day, without even noticing, you will look back and say, I didn't know I could become this strong, but I'm glad I didn't give up when it was hard. This is your journey now. Not a journey of perfection, not a journey of ego, but of inner power. Not a journey of rushing, but of rising. And you, yes, you are rising already.